Let's come back to West Africa, where the Ghanaian President, Dr. John Mahama, has met with the leadership of the country's freight forwarders, the Customs and the Ports Authority. The meeting held at the presidential villa was aimed at streamlining maritime trade practices in Ghana, position the country for global logistics and drive further investments into the trade sector. Let's take experts now from the Commissioner of Customs, Brigadier General Glover Annan, as well as President Mahama himself.
Our flagship policy, the 24-hour economy policy, is dependent on fast, efficient operations at ports of entry, airports, land borders, and the ports. In my first incarnation as, let me quote, let me use the exact same words that you used. We realized that we had bottlenecks in terms of our ports. The port that is operated by Gapoha was built by Nkrumah or was it in the colonial times? Yes. And it had served Ghana for so many years. We had tried to expand it so many times, but it had reached a point where there was nothing else that could be done about expanding that port. And so that's why we asked GPHA, together with their partners, MPS, to build the new port. And we're all proud of the new port. It's very fast, it's efficient, it's got all the modern equipment that can make port operations much easier than they used to be in the past. And so we did that for Tema. We also did some expansion in Takoradi. And so as I speak, Takoradi has some excess capacity that is not being utilized. And so we are also improved roads going towards the middle of the country or along the western corridor. It would expand the operation of the Takoradi port. So all those are things that we're looking at under the overall infrastructure improvement that we're considering under the big push, which involves spending about $2 billion every year for 5 years, $10 billion on infrastructure improvements. And I believe that by the time we finish that, we would have a seamless flow of goods and cargo going in and out of our country, and also make Ghana the preferred transit destination for our landlocked neighbors. We fulfilled some of the promises that we had set up in terms of removing some of what was described as nuisance taxes, including the e-levy and all the other ones. We are looking at streamlining the value-added taxes. And so currently a study is being done, and we want to remove the confusion in all the taxes. Some people are rated at a certain 3%, others are 5% or 7%, others are 21%. We think that VAT taxes should be transparent and easy to calculate and easy to pay. And so I think as part of the media review, the minister will update the public on what we're doing to rationalize those VAT taxes so that everybody can easily understand the taxes they have to pay, and it will make compliance better. Recently, we have seen a stabilization and even an appreciation in the value of our local currency. And so what it means is that the amount of cedis that we required previously to pay the same amount of duty has come down because the cedi is much stronger. And so my understanding is that with the stabilization of the cedi, or even the appreciation of the cedi, it will make compliance easier. And so people will joyfully sing, people will joyfully sing, hymns and religious songs to go and pay happily to what is due to government. But unfortunately, the minister told us in cabinet yesterday that there's been a shortfall in terms of the collections, and mainly Tema is the problem. There's been an increase in volumes, significant increase in volumes, which should have made for the shortfall, but instead we are seeing a reduction. And so the minister and his team were tasked to find out what the issues are. And so I'm happy that this meeting is taking place immediately after the cabinet meeting we held yesterday, because I'm sure that the minister will consult all of you to see how we can plug the loopholes and leakages. Because if government raises the revenues, those same revenues are used to improve the infrastructure to make our lives better. We got a briefing from the ports, customs, and everybody, and they actually have started the operationalization of the 24-hour economy policy at the ports, so that the ports can run continuously 24 hours. And like you said, we need to get those other agencies that have not yet put at the ports. We also have noted the issue of the ICOMs, and I'm happy that the commissioner has said that they are doing some work on it, because we get frequent complaints that you go and for the whole day the system is down, you can't process your items, and at the same time, through no fault of yours, the system is down, and yet they are waiting to charge you demurrage as soon as the period is over. You know, so there must be a way of stopping the clock from ticking when the ICOMs goes down, you know, so that you don't punish people unfairly. But like he said they are working on it, and so we hope that we would have a more efficient operation of the ICOMS system. We also want it upgraded so that it's more efficient. We've operated it for some time. This is a time to assess its strengths and weaknesses and find out if we cannot plug some of the weaknesses that we have identified.
Indeed, I have had some interactions with the members of the GIF on a number of occasions, and a few of the issues raised here also came up. I think the major one has to do with the ICOMs, and we've made a lot of progress. There is a committee currently handling the issue of the ICOMs, and what came out is that the bandwidth that the ICOMs is currently operating with, it appears to be not that big. I think it has to do with connectivity. And so there is always some downturns when it comes to the operations of the ICOMs. But it's being worked on from the Ghana Link side. And especially when we are going to the 24-hour economy, we need to expand the bandwidth so that they can work very well. And that is being done together with them, and there's a committee currently handling it. The other issue has to do with the UCL. As at this morning, Mr. Jokache, just to inform you that I've given the directive. So all UCL items under the 21 days for frozen items, and then those for the non-perishables will be done in Tema. And so, so that it will stop this coming to the headquarters every time to come and work on your documents. So that has been done. Your Excellency, I've also taken note of the head-on issue that you raised. I'll delve more into it, and then we'll find some solutions to get to stop the leakage of revenue on that side. The issue of the shipping lines, as part of our stakeholder engagement, we had a meeting, and they made us to understand that even though they may not be physically present, they have a portal that you can always go on, and they are ready to, I mean, when you pass their BOEs, they are always ready, but it appears from your statement that is not what is happening. So we'll have that consultation again with them, and then